Perhaps one of the most common and most profound human experiences is when we suddenly glance back at an old photograph of ourselves and recognize someone so intimately familiar, yet profoundly strange. The eyes, the smile, the posture are ours, but the soul, the consciousness, and the inner current have become an entirely different river. It is in this very moment of recognition that the Buddha's teaching resonates with profound conviction. The you of yesterday is not the you of today. Clinging to an old image, "I've always been this way," will hinder your growth. This is not merely a philosophy, but a loving invitation, urging us to bravely embark on the greatest journey of liberation, freeing ourselves from the shadow of our own past. This teaching is deeply rooted in two of the most core doctrines of Buddhism: impermanence, anicca, and no self, anatta. Impermanence reminds us that all things in the universe, from a colossal star to a tiny speck of dust, from a great civilization to a fleeting thought, are in a state of constant transformation. Nothing is permanent or eternal. Life, like a river, can never be stepped in twice in the exact same flow of water. Applied to our very selves, no self teaches that there is no fixed I, no unchanging, inherent essence that exists. A person is merely a composite of physical form, rupa, feelings, vedana, perceptions, sana, mental formations, sankhara, and consciousness, vijnana. All of these elements are in a constant state of flux, an unceasing interplay and transformation. The person you were a moment ago is already different from the person you are in this moment. Understanding this, we can see the danger of clinging to an old image. The seemingly harmless phrase, "I've always been this way," is in reality an invisible chain, a gilded cage in which we willingly imprison our own soul. When we believe we are naturally hot-tempered, we have unknowingly given anger permission to continue its reign. When we assume that "I'm not good at communication," we have single-handedly slammed the door on opportunities to practice and connect. That old version of I, whether painted with the successes of the past or haunted by distant failures, becomes a heavy millstone, preventing us from moving forward. It creates a false comfort zone where we don't need to strive, where we dare not face challenges because everything is already predestined. Growth, which is inherently a process of movement, learning, and transformation, is consequently stifled. The seed of potential within has no soil in which to sprout, no space in which to reach for the light. In modern psychology, this finds a striking parallel in the concept of a fixed mindset, as opposed to a growth mindset. A person with a fixed mindset believes their qualities are unchangeable, while a person with a growth mindset believes they can improve and mature through effort and practice. The Buddha's teaching is a call for us to abandon the fixed mindset and embrace a growth mindset for our own soul. So, how does one break free from the cage of the ego? The journey begins with acceptance. Accept that change is not only the inevitable law of the universe, but also the most magnificent gift of life. Practice observing yourself as you would a friend, without judgment. Smile at the timid person you were yesterday, thank them for the lessons they brought, and then gently let them go. Open your arms to welcome the person of today, with their new capabilities and fresh perspectives. Allow yourself to make mistakes, to experiment, to become someone new each and every day. Letting go of attachment does not mean erasing the past, but rather not allowing the past to define and limit the present. It is the liberation that allows you to write the next chapters of your life with the greatest freedom and radiance. True growth is not about becoming a perfect, motionless statue, but about embodying a river that is ever flowing, powerful, flexible, washing away the old and remaining ever new on its journey to merge with the vast ocean of life.